Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to study about conditional statements. Now, what are conditional statements? Children, when we write a program will have number of lines. Now, remember, all these lines are going to be executed by the compiler to give you the output. Now, many times we come across certain conditions where we want a line to be executed only if a particular condition is true. Now, take for an example. Suppose if I tell you that, okay, if you have milk in your home, make a cup of tea. Now, the work is making a cup of tea. But this work can be done only if the condition is true. And what is the condition? The condition is that you should have milk in your home. So, such kind of statements where the execution depends on certain condition to be true are known as conditional statements. Now, in our programs, children, we have, like it is through most of the programming languages. It is there in QBasic, it is there in C, it is there in C++, it is there in Java. So, in most of the programming languages, we have if-else-if construct to execute conditional statements. Now, what is if-else-if construct? If is a statement where we place the condition with the help of conditional operator, and if that condition is true, then the work will be done, and if that condition is false, the condition will be skipped or the statement will be skipped. So I have written few programs. The very first program is hi if, that is your introduction with if. Then the second one is if else, and third one is hi if else if. Okay, so let me show you all the three programs one by one. Now, in the last class or in the last video, I had also shown you how to execute programs on BlueJ platform. So, I am taking the help of the same platform to show you the output. Now, first of all, what I do is, let me show you the program. I right click on this and I click on Open Editor. Now, notice this program, children. First of all, import java.util.asterisk. I'll give you a brief explanation of each of these lines, what it does. Now remember, I had told you in the very beginning of Java classes that Java comprises of a big set of programs which is collectively known as API. Now this API, children, is application programming interface, and it contains round about more than 1,10,000 programs. Now these programs are developed by the Java developers and supplied along with Java installation for the benefit of the user or for the benefit of the programmers like us. Now these programs, children, are not randomly thrown in the system, but they are categorized very neatly in packages. Now the program which I need to take input, or the program in which I need to take input, will require a certain class known as scanner class, which is there in util package. Now remember, by default util package is not uploaded into the RAM. If you remember, children, I had already told you that by default lang gets uploaded into the RAM. So to upload util package into the RAM, we have this import statement. So import java.util.asterisk, that means load all the classes of util package in the RAM. So naturally, the scanner class, which is a part of util package, will also get uploaded. Now public static void main string args, and then you see scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. Now what is this line for? Children, this line will create an object. Now remember, object is a packet of the scanner class. Why this is required? This is required, children, because when I give input from the keyboard, This data will be taken by operating system because operating system is the master of your computer. Now operating system will take this data. Java has to take this data from the operating system. So Java has to create its own package of the scanner class or own object of the scanner class and take the input from the operating system, okay, to the variable. Now operating system by default unloads the data in another package known as system.in, and from system.in it is carried into the SC object, which is an object of scanner class. So now what we are going to do in the program is we are going to take input from that particular object of the scanner class SC. So what I have done is I have created a variable int a and then system.out.println, enter a number. So you know very well that it is going to display a number, and then a is equal to sc.nextInt. Now children, whatever number is entered by the user, that data will be taken in form of a token. Now remember, scanner class basically it takes input in form of a token. So if I want that token to be taken in form of integer, I will write next int. If I want that token to be taken as a double, I'll take next double. If I want that token to be taken as float, then next float, and so on. If I write only sc.next, then it will be taken as a string. Now regarding character input, we'll be talking about in some other video. So that will take the input children and store it in the variable which I have already created a. Now if that a is greater than 7, that means the value which has been given as input by the user is greater than 7, then it is going to print a message, you are hero. Now notice, you are a hero is a statement which is attached with this particular line. Notice I don't have a semicolon after this condition, that is if greater than a greater than 7. Remember children, if is an incomplete statement by itself. If I say that if you have milk in your home and I stop there only, then my statement is incomplete. That is why we don't place a semicolon after the condition. That means the line which starts from here ends here basically. Okay. Now, general format of writing is that we write it in 2 lines for better understanding and better presentation of the program, but the whole thing is one complete line as far as Java compiler is concerned. Remember, condition can never be without conditional operator, so conditions have to be there. So what I do is I execute the program, I compile it, okay, and notice no syntax error has been displayed here. So now what I do is I go to the class hi if and I right click on this, click on this void main, and I click on this OK. Now notice enter a number is displayed. Okay. Children, you will notice this cursor blinking at this part of your screen where my mouse pointer is currently like. So here I give a number which is bigger than 7. That is, here I have given the input as 9 and I press enter. Notice you are a hero is printed on the screen. If I run the same program again and if I give an input which is less than 7, then you are going to notice something different. Again enter a number. I have executed the program again. Here again the cursor is blinking and I give the input as 3 and then I press enter. Notice no output is being displayed. Why? Because in my program children, I have told the compiler what has to be done if the number is bigger than 7, but what has to be done if the number is smaller than 7, that I have not specified. Notice here, if a is greater than 7, you are a hero. But what if a is not greater than 7? I have not specified anything. So if I want to specify that, then children, I'll be going into if else category. So notice the next program that is high if else. Okay. Now again the same program, children. Only difference is that here with if I have given else also. Now point 1 to be considered, which many children keep on making mistake, children, that we never place a condition with else. Why? Because if the first condition is false, then naturally the second has to be true. Like for example, if I ask you whether you are inside or out. So if you are in, then there is no need for me to go and check out because you are inside. And if you are not inside, then also there is no need for me to go out and check, because when you are not inside, it automatically means you are outside. That is why, children, we never place a condition with else. Now here in this particular program, I have written what has to be done when the condition is false. So notice, now again I'll run the program and see how it works. First of all, I compile it, no syntax errors, and then I execute the program. Now enter a number. I enter 9 and then press enter. So you are a hero is printed. This time, children, again I am going to run it, and again I am going to enter a number, but the number will be smaller than 7. So I give the number 3 and I press enter. Notice the output, you are a 0. So here in this particular program, I am telling what has to be done if the condition is false. So this is how you place conditions. Okay. Now the very next program in this category is, children, high if else. That means when you have more than 2 conditions. If you have only one, then you write with if, like in the first program, high if. If you have 2, then first with if and second with else. And if you have more than 2, then first with if, last with else, and in between all others with else if. Like notice here, I have given the condition else if a is equal to 7, you are neither hero nor 0. Now let me execute the program. I execute this. First of all, enter a number. I give 9. You are a hero. Again, children, I execute this. I enter the number 3. You are a 0. And what was the in between condition, children? If the number is equal to 7, I had placed double equal to there. So this time I give a number 7 and see what is the output. You are neither hero nor 0. So that is how it works, children. Now remember, this is just a preliminary idea of if-else-if conditional statements. The more detailed thing you are going to understand, or the how to use them in the program, you are going to understand only when you attend the classes. So please do not miss the classes, because I'll be solving many programs there, so you will understand actually how it has to be done or how they have to be implemented. Till then, take care and study well.